Hey, what's up you guys? It's Morgan, and today I am in a new location. I got a new bookshelf recently and it's wonderful, and I am here with a book haul today. I was feeling kind of blah earlier today, and I know I look kind of blah, but I felt like I needed to record a video, so that's what I'm doing. I finally decided to do my book haul. This book haul is like collective over since I don't know how long it's been, since like June. So let's just jump right in. The first book I have here is Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I started watching the TV series and I really loved it, so I was like, book, yes, need. So I got the book. It's kind of intimidating, but I'm really excited to start it. The next book I have is Animal Farm by George Orwell. I did already read this. I read it for Booktubeathon. I read it in school. Before that, I read it in high school. I really liked it the second time around. I felt like I would have liked it more if I wasn't rushing trying to get through it during the Booktubeathon. But that's okay. I read it. I enjoyed it. And I'll probably read it again just to see if I enjoy it more than I did this past time. So yeah, this next book I have, I'm so excited that I found this. Was the only copy at the store. It is Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. This cover is absolutely beautiful. It's the Puff and Chalk edition. It's perfect. Like, I wasn't gonna buy Peter Pan until I found this copy of it. So when I found this copy, I was like, yes, it's mine. And I brought it home, and I still haven't read it. The next book I have here is kind of a strange book. Not really strange, I think everybody has one in their home, but since I just moved into my apartment last year, I just moved out of my mom's last year, I'm just kind of starting my own home, so I bought a dictionary. I feel like every house needs a dictionary. My grandma, when we were growing up, my grandparents lived with us. She had this big, huge dictionary. It was my favorite thing in the world. Sometimes I would just flip through it just because it made me feel smart. So I thought, why not get my own dictionary? Someday I'll get a big fancy dictionary, but for right now this will do. The next book I have here is a tiny one and I'm excited to read it. It is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. I've never heard about this book until BookTube. I guess it's a classic. I've never heard of this until BookTube, so I'm excited to read this one. This next book I'm so excited about. I've wanted it for a while since I first heard about it, so I'm so excited that I finally have it in my hands. This is How to Build a Girl by Caitlin Moran. I hope I pronounced her last name right. I don't even know how to classify this book. I don't even know. I'm just excited. The next book I have, I read it already. So good. The Dumb House by John Burnside. This book, it is just, so good. I'm definitely, after reading this book, I'm definitely going to read more John Burnside just because I love this so much. And it's kind of weird to say I love this just because it's got like a sick twist. It's sick. It's just messed up in so many ways, but it is so good. Yeah. Dumb House by John Burnside. I don't know what else to say about it other than you should read it. It was so good, and the writing was so wonderful. I could go on for hours. The next book I got, I've heard so much about, and I'm excited to read it. I'm excited about all these books, really. But this is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I've never read Sarah J. Maas before, so I'm willing to give her a go. This is about fairies. I think this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but with fairies? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Next book I have is also by Sarah J. Maas. This is Throne of Glass. This is the UK edition, and I absolutely love these editions. So if I like this, I'm getting the rest of the series in this edition. it's so pretty. And this is about assassins. If you don't already know, this is all over the place on BookTube. Everybody seems to love this, so I'm willing to give it a go. Next book I have, I've been recommended so many times, so I finally decided that I needed to add it to my collection. This is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I don't know anything about this at all, other than like there's technology in it. So interested to see where this goes. The next book is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I bought this because I heard it was becoming a movie directed by Tim Burton, and I love Tim Burton, so I bought it. I started reading it, but I just wasn't in the mood for it. It's not that I didn't like it, because I really did like it. I just wasn't in the mood for it, so I put it down so it wouldn't affect my judgment on it. So I will read this again in the future, or continue reading this in the future. Hopefully before the movie comes out I will get to this. But I was really liking it. I only got to page 65, but I'm a slow reader, so 65 is pretty far for me. The next book I have is An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. I love John Green. I've read three of his books. I read The Fault in Our Stars, Looking for Alaska, and Paper Towns. I loved all three of them. They do have their similarities, but that's what I like about them, because I love the fact that John Green was in each one of them. Like, you could tell that he wrote each one of them. And I'm hoping this is the same way. So I'm really excited to read this in the coming months. I don't know when I'm going to read this, but someday soon, hopefully. Next book I have here is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I tried to read this. It was very hard to read. I will get around to it in the future. I just didn't have the patience for it when I was trying to read it. I was in kind of a reading slump, and picking up Charles Dickens wasn't the best idea. So I'll read this in the future. It was recommended to me by someone I work with, actually, so hopefully it's good. Everybody says it's good, but hopefully I like it. The next book I have here is also by Charles Dickens. This is Great Expectations. I also started reading this one in my reading slump, and this one was a little easier to read. I just wasn't enjoying it, so I put it down. And I'll probably reread it. I don't know if I wasn't enjoying it because of the reading slump, or if I wasn't enjoying it because I wasn't enjoying it. So I'm going to try to read this again. Hopefully I like it, because I love Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, and I want to get into his other books, his other writings, his other words. I want to get into Charles Dickens' other words. I like that. Next book I got, I don't even know what this is about, but it's The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. I don't know what this is about. Everybody raves about Brandon Sanderson though, and I have Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Haven't finished it yet, just because of that reading slump. Hopefully, I think I'm now out of that reading slump. I've overcome it. It's in the past. So yeah, I have no idea what this is about at all. It's got like, looks like clockworky on the front of it, like there's a clockwork horse. So maybe it's steampunky. I don't know. We'll find out. I know it has a map in it, and that makes me really excited. Oh, it has pictures in it? Ooh, look at that. They're like little drawings. Oh, I almost dropped it. I know it has a map in it though. I love maps. Maps. This is like the United Isles is what it's called in here. It's like the United States all broken apart. Love maps. I've had my eye on this book actually for a while. This is Bones of Fairy. I've had my eye on this for a while. I got it off Book Depository. It's really short. It's about fairies. I don't really know. I just know it's about fairies, and I think it's about fairies. I don't know. My best friend said that she read it and she really liked it. I don't know if she knew it was a series though. I think it's a trilogy. But I'm excited to read this. I've never really read a fairy book. I've read books with fairies in it. Obviously I read The Mortal Instruments. But I've never read a book about fairies. So this will be fun. I'm really excited about this next book. This is Angel Fall by Susan E. Angels. I loved the Hush Hush series. I know a lot of people don't like that series for many different reasons, but I loved it, and when I heard about this, Angels, I was just, I need to have it, so I bought it. I don't know exactly what part the angels play. I think there's an angel, yeah. Since angels of the apocalypse descended, apocalypse angels, oh, and it's a nice paperback. It's floppy. I love floppy paperback. The next one is Clockwork Prince, and I'm trying to get the whole trilogy before the cover change, like before these covers are obsolete, because I don't really like the new covers, and also I have the other two books now and this cover, so it would be weird to get Clockwork Princess in the new cover. But anyway, I read Clockwork Angel, I don't know when, a few months ago, and I really liked it, and now I have Clockwork Prince, so I cannot wait to dive back into the Shadowhunter world. Shadowhunters. I'm so sad I only have 2 books left and then it's all over. Well, until the new books come out. The next book, I never heard of this before, and I found it on Book Outlet. It's a graphic novel. It's called Jesse Elliott is a Big Chicken. I just thought the illustration on the cover was so cute, and you know in Book Outlet they don't show you the inside of graphic novels, but it's the illustrations are the same on the inside. They're so cute. It's hardcover. I paid like, I think $3 for this. So I wasn't gonna let Book Depository keep this. It's the first graphic novel I've ever got. I'm so excited to read it. I mean, I have my comic collection of the Disney princesses, but those are comics. This is a graphic novel that I'm so excited to read. It's just so cute, and I should tell you what these are about, but let's start here. Reasons why there's no way. Oh, so this is about a girl who it's her last summer before she starts high school, and she says it's the last summer that she will have as a child. So this I'm so excited. It's so cute. Like, the whole thing is cute. That's so cute. I just can't get over it. This is the final behemoth that I am reading right now, and I love it so much. This is Luck's Beginnings by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is first 2 books in the Luck series in a bind-up. This is Obsidian and Onyx. I'm currently reading Onyx. I read Obsidian in 4 days, which is lightning quick for me because I'm busy and I read slow because of that. And if I had it my way, I would just sit down and read all day, but I can't do that. I have responsibilities. But I am currently reading Onyx, and I absolutely love it. I've never read a book with aliens in it before, so this was new to me. And then when I started reading it, I was like, I'm not gonna like this. This is lame. I freaking love it. Okay, it's not the best bit of literature I've ever seen or I've ever read, but it's just so great. It reminds me of Twilight and Hush Hush mixed with aliens. So that's exciting. Before I wrap this up, I just wanted to say something about the new Twilight book that was released that nobody knew that was being released until she released it, until Stephanie Meyer released it. I'm so excited about this. I'm excited about this for one of two reasons. One, because the book is the 10th anniversary edition of Twilight and Life and Death. Combined, the new book is called Life and Death, if you didn't know. It's like a bind up of the two. And my copy of Twilight got eaten by my dogs a few years ago, and I was just so devastated. So I'm excited that when I buy the Life and Death, which I'm going to order it tomorrow when I get paid. When I order Life and Death, it will have Twilight attached to it. So I will finally have my complete Twilight series again. And then the new book too. I'm so excited. That's all I have for this video today. You can like, comment, subscribe. That would be nice. Let's chat about books down in the comments. Discussions. I keep saying I like book discussions, so talk to me down in the comments. If I don't get back to you right away, it's probably because I'm working or doing something else. I have a 3-year-old, so life gets a little hectic. So I'm rambling. Good night. Have a nice night. Bye. Goodbye. 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 God. So this is the aftermath of that book haul. I just threw all the books on the floor. And my shelf is pretty much empty. Well, not empty, but it's less full. Yeah. Goodbye.